Hello, friends. Our theme this month is curiosity, and I want to talk today about the spiritual practice of cultivating curiosity as we go throughout each day. This, would also say, is the spiritual practice of looking at the world with a poet's eyes. Now, you may actually be a poet. I know some of you watching this are some really fine poets, and you may be a person who doesn't think of yourself as a poet at all. But I've always been informed by the saying in Nicaragua that everyone is a poet until proven otherwise, which is a way of saying each of us has a poetic sensibility that can be awakened in the way that we go through our days. A spiritual practice of curiosity, looking at the world through a poet's eyes, can be a way of asking ourselves to look beneath the surface of things, to wonder about what we might find there if we approach one another and the events and places of the world without assumptions about what we are encountering, and instead with genuine curiosity. What is it like to be you? What does this series of events actually mean that might not be readily apparent to the eye on first glance? So in order to explain this, I want to share with you a piece of writing by the poet Naomi Shihab. And this is actually not a poem, but a piece of prose written by her about being a poet. And it tells the story of a Halloween party. So I just want to read this short story to you called Slump. At a Halloween party, a person dressed as a baked potato says he is a filmmaker, but has recently realized he is not very interested in films. He speaks in a confiding tone, sadly, softly. Though I don't believe we have met before. It would be hard to know. His voice doesn't sound familiar. All I can see of him, besides dark eyes, is his aluminum foil wrapper. It's really intense to discover your own work doesn't matter to you anymore, he mourns. He can't sit down, so he leans over me, where I am seated on the floor of the kitchen of someone's house, wearing a bathrobe. "What are you?" everyone asked when I entered. And I said, "Tired." The potato says he thought about coming as a honeybee, but couldn't make the wings. This is the first year he really bonded with Halloween, and he's surprised to have had any enthusiasm for it, since he feels so discouraged about everything else. "Maybe you just need to take a break," I say. "How did you decide to be a baked potato anyway?" It's very innovative. Everyone else had been asking him how many rolls of foil it took. Instead of answering, he asks how it is to be a poet. Goldilocks, or is it Dorothy, walks into the kitchen and opens the refrigerator, revealing an incredible heaped up stash of food, fruit bowls, cold shrimp, cheeses, and dips, where only a white door was visible before. "About like that," I say. Looking at the world with a poet's eyes can be about like that. Opening the simplest door, metaphorically, in your day, and revealing this bounty of food, of color, of delight, of sorrow sometimes. What would happen if you walked through the day with a poet's eyes, opening the doors of what you encounter to discover a bounty of emotions, of ideas, of reality, awaiting your notice? Or maybe looking beneath the costumes of those around you and just asking, what is it like to be you? Try it for a day. Let me know what curiosity reveals to you, whether you put it on the page or not. Take good care. Be steady, be strong, be curious.